What's so true, team? It's your girl, Mickey Truth, SC's #1 urban blogger and the queen of paperwork. And as we begin to go down true crime stories that's happening all over, that has an at-home type of conversation because a lot of us can relate to it. So in this story, when I came across it, although it happened a year ago, it's a conversation that a lot of us, especially us females, mothers, we can relate to. When do you really know the person you're dating, whether it's a male or female, whatever your preference is? How do you know the person you welcome into your home around your children are really there to be a protection for you and them? Like, really, how do you understand? And this story, as we go down the timeline, we're going to see sometimes you don't know who you just let into your home. Let's get into it.
We have Mickey Truth.
Who is this? You got Mickey Truth kicked out.
Shout out Mickey.
Let's get one thing clear. This your girl, Mickey Truth.
Joining us for the news at 4 o'clock. I'm Nick Sturdivant. We begin with several breaking stories at this hour. CMPD needs your help finding a missing woman and her 2 children. Take a good look at your screen. This is 22-year-old Markayla Johnson, along with 4-year-old Miracle and 7-month-old Messiah. Police say family members haven't heard from them and are concerned about their safety. They were last seen on Orchard Trace Lane in Northeast Charlotte. If you have any information, call 911.
Having to file a missing person report on a loved one, let alone kids too, definitely can be like, what the world? I can only imagine. When I went through a similar situation, it wasn't no kids involved, but I had a missing relative. The first person I thought to think of is the boyfriend, the husband, the whoop, whatever you want to call it. So as this story unfolds, I believe the family had the same idea too. Let's continue.
We start with those newly released documents that are giving us a clearer picture tonight of the search for a Charlotte mother and her 2 young children. Markayla Johnson and her 2 children were killed last month. Their suspected murderer was in a Mecklenburg County courtroom today. WCNC Charlotte's Julia Kaufman walks us through these new developments.
Markayla Johnson's family was searching for her for weeks. Court documents show they came here on March 5th to Johnson's apartment with police to do a welfare check. Detectives knocked, got no answer, and left. Then 10 days later, detectives got a search warrant and found Johnson's body inside.
She was a good person, and everybody knows Kaylin would do anything for you. She didn't deserve this.
Johnson's family expressing their pain after their search came to an end. This affidavit reveals horrifying new details of what investigators found that day. It says Johnson's body was found in a plastic storage container with cords wrapped around her. Detectives also found multiple used air fresheners and candles in the home. Fans were on and the air conditioning was set to 62 degrees. The next day, investigators say they found the bodies of Johnson's children, 4-year-old Miracle and 7-month-old Messiah, in bags in the trunk of Benjamin Taylor's car. Records say Taylor has a criminal history of domestic violence and lived with Johnson in their Northeast Charlotte apartment.
Come here.
He was arrested in California the day after Johnson's body was found, and 10 days after the police allegedly spotted him on surveillance video fleeing North Carolina on a bus.
Wow. I find myself just being a young mother. For those who are new to my channel, I've talked about it before. I was 14 when I had my daughter. I was still learning life. But one thing I knew from my experience growing up, you can't have everybody around your kids, especially little girls, but especially little boys, kids, period. But my mindset was definitely especially little girls. So I was very sheltered of my daughter. I didn't care if you talked to me, you wasn't coming around her. When I finally met my husband, it was definitely one of them things. I was scared, I didn't know, and this was way before the Mickey Truth, way before any paralegal, anything, any exposure to the things that we see in the true crime community, right? So I think about it like, could it made a difference if she knew about his criminal past? Did she know about his criminal past? Can a person change? Is it worth the risk to find out? Why did he have to do anything to the kid at such a young age? So many questions. But more details have came out, and we're going to get into that next.
Tonight, autopsies reveal disturbing new details on a triple homicide back in March. Now, as these details have been revealed, the story has become even more grisly.
Yeah, really painting a sad picture here. Markayla Johnson and her 2 children, you remember, were found dead in an apartment complex in Northeast Charlotte several months back. Well, today, a new autopsy report revealed how the 22-year-old died.
WCNC Charlotte's Miles Harris joins us in the studio. Miles, tough to go through all of this new information. You went through those autopsies, and what did that say?
Well, first of all, here, Colin and Vanessa, this is really just a heartbreaking case here. Markayla Johnson and her children were just 4 years old and 7 months old. And the details from this autopsy reveal that both the mother and the 7-month-old in this case had fentanyl in their systems, which is what led to their death. Markayla's family reported the mother missing on March 3rd after they said they hadn't talked to her since January. So they asked police to do a welfare check. A few days later, they attempted, but nobody answered the door. Now, police, they got a search warrant on March 15th. In court records, they show that officers, they found the mother dead inside a storage container. Now, her children, they were found dead the next day. According to the toxicology report here that came out, the 7-month-old Messiah Johnson had fentanyl in his system. The 7-month-old also tested positive for cocaine, melatonin, as well as naloxone. Now, the autopsies reveal that Messiah also suffered a head injury and even brain bleeding. Now, it also states that both children were found in 2 gym bags in the back of Johnson's alleged boyfriend, Benjamin Taylor's car. The court records state that Markayla Johnson moved from Myrtle Beach to Charlotte to be with Taylor, who they met online last year. Now, Taylor had been arrested and is now facing charges including 3 counts of first-degree murder and conceal/fail to report death. Now, he's expected in court later this month, and whether or not he'll also find out if he'll face the death penalty. But guys, we're still also waiting for the autopsy report on the 4-year-old miracle in this case, but really, this is really hard.
In the age that we're in now with online dating and things like that, it does make you feel like, is it safe to even meet people online or in person? Now, from my experience, me and my husband met back when the chat lines on the phone was a thing, back in the early 2000s. So, I looked up, I guess, that I didn't have to go down this path with finding out it's a monster at hand, right? But how would you really know if it's a monster? It seems like it was a good vibe for her that she uprooted from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina to Charlotte, North Carolina for him. What happened? What changed? What would make a person just snap on somebody that you're laying next to every night, plus her children? Well, 2 weeks ago, it was an update in this case, and we're going to get into that next.
In the Charlotte murder of a woman and her 2 children is expected to face a superior court judge this afternoon. Benjamin Taylor is facing 3 counts of first-degree murder for the March 2024 deaths of Markayla Johnson and her children Miracle and Messiah. Investigators later found Taylor in a California homeless camp near the Mexico border. Last year, prosecutors announced that they would not be seeking the death penalty in Taylor's case.
Hey, truth saying, I'll be honest with y'all, and there's no offense to nobody, but in this situation, y'all know when it comes to kids, I definitely have a 0 tolerance for it. I definitely would have had to recommend the death penalty. I wonder, for 3 murders, 2 of which being a kid, why isn't the prosecution doing that? Could be an issue with the evidence in the case. But once it starts moving forward, we're definitely going to follow this trial if it makes it the trial. But with that being said, y'all get in the comments. Let me know your opinions about it. Like, comment, share, subscribe, tell a friend and tell a friend. I'll pull up, or you girl Mickey Truth. Catch y'all next one.
This is the weakest. Give a fuck about what they scream.
Holla!
Shout out Mickey. Mickey, you gonna be big. Like,
I'm trying to conquer the world, coming from where I come from. Hey, this your girl Mickey Truth, #1 blogger in South Carolina. #1 blogger in South Carolina. Hold on, wait, before I go, y'all make sure y'all tap in with me to book your slot. A lot of y'all be hitting me up on Instagram and the email wanting to just talk about content, whether you're an up-and-coming content creator or somebody just got questions about cases or whatever. Book your consultation with me now. The information is on the screen. Hey, make sure you get your slot, because my slots be filling up fast.
What's up, Truth Team? I am here, okay? Back to get a touch of love. Yes, I'm at Touch of Love Massage Shop, okay? Now listen, I've been getting my massages through Touch of Love for years, even before it was a shop to come to. But let me show you around, and then I got to get ready because I'm feeling a little tense. And let me tell you, if you work in like call centers, streamers, YouTubers, sitting at that desk all the time, you definitely need to be tapping in to get your massage. So let's take a tour. So it was located in a nice business building. The suite was set up real comfortably. It was like to the back, and the candles was burning. The aromatherapy was definitely there. Okay, so I had to get undressed, and I'm like, yo, I gotta get all the way undressed. But anyway, like I said, being getting massages, Nakia is awesome at what she does. And let me tell y'all, them hands are blessed, okay? I got the full body massage, including, okay, the hot stones. And when I say that hour went so fast, I even went to sleep. And I always go to sleep during massage for some reason. But yeah, definitely needed that, because y'all know I had a night ahead of me, okay?
Hey guys, I'm Nakia. I am the owner-operator of Touch of Love Massage Services. I always start with people. I start with the information of what massage is. So massage is the manipulation of muscles. Exercise is the manipulation of muscles. The only difference is we are manually using our hands to do those activities. So a lot of people look at massage as a luxury when really it's a health necessity. So I'm more on the medical side of things. So if you're experiencing any pain of any sort, muscles is 90% of pain, so I would recommend you to come and get a massage.
How can they follow you?
I do have my business page, Touch of Love Massage Services, on Instagram. I have Touch of Love Massage Services on Facebook. And if you want to set an appointment with me, you can look me up on Setmore. It's an app platform online where you can book appointments.
Hey, there you have it. And y'all, I feel like a new woman, but now it's time to party. So I'll catch y'all on the next one.